Hello, I'm Dr. Jacqueline Owusu. I'm the owner of Renew Health Clinic in Columbus, Georgia, also the owner of Dr. Owusu Skincare and Wellness, and the senior pastor of Living Free Now Church in Columbus, Georgia. Welcome to Renew Health Thursday with um, Renew Health Warriors. Today I'm really excited because just to tell you a little bit about this channel is about taking control of our health with the food choices that we make, mostly fruits and vegetables. I advocate on this because I've seen it make such tremendous difference in the lives of my patients who are suffering from chronic diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, cancers, asthma, and a whole lot of other problems. So basically, we are on this channel to promote that so that people can see can make healthy choices and can see the difference, um, so that you can also become the best version of yourself that is possible. Okay, so today is my birthday. Today's February 14th, 2022, and I'm actually 51 years old today. So I'm excited. God has been so good. And this birthday, actually excited because He has me on this health journey. And, I feel so much healthier and feel younger with so much vibrant energy than I even had when I was like 30 or 20. So it really is possible. So I call it the new 20. 51 has never looked so good and is the new 20. So I thank you all for your prayers. I thank all my loved ones for praying for me and for just, I thank God for keeping me and for revealing to me that this is possible and that we can actually get better health based on the food choices that we make. So, and I also want to say that today's message is about the psychological component of eating, because I think throughout this journey that has been the hardest the hardest one for me, the psychological component, and I think it will be for most people because we are so it's not brainwashed. We are so into believing that these are the foods that we were eating were the foods that we were supposed to eat, that when we actually eat the foods that we are supposed to eat, we think those are rabbit food, or those are foods that, oh, what's that? You eaten? You haven't eaten. You're just gonna eat that? Because I get that from a lot of people. That's all? Is that's that? I'm not gonna be hungry. I'm not gonna. That's all I'm gonna eat. And actually, that is the food that God says in Genesis chapter 1, verse 29, that you're supposed to be eating. So, and I say this to say that this journey it hasn't been an easy one, but it's been a fulfilling and fruitful one. And I'm seeing changes in my patients. They are seeing changes. We are also excited. I've never just felt so much better, and their numbers are looking so great. So I said all that to say that a lot of people also ask me, because I talk about monofruits a lot, and they ask, what is a monofruit? What is a monofood? So and I'll also tell you, the old Dr. Owusu would have left. I went to do my hair this morning. I got up very early. I prayed to God. I thanked Him for giving me another year. I thanked Him for all that He has bestowed on me, because the Bible says, to whom much is given, right? Much is also what? Expected, right? So I just thank Him. And so I went to my hairdresser today. I prayed this morning, got ready, went to my hairdresser, and she did my hair. And then I was driving back, and the normal Jackie or the old Dr. Owusu would have just stopped at either McDonald's or one of these fast food places and bought, like, a biscuit, some kind of biscuit with meat in there, or egg in there, egg and cheese biscuit, or sausage and egg, or whatever biscuit, and then taking a Diet Coke with it, because that was my go-to drink, the Diet Coke. And I would have done that. And today I said, no, we're going to Publix. We went to Publix and we bought fruits. I bought fruits. And the thing is, I love these fruits. And I said, so this is also a way for me to show you guys what a monofruit is. Because a monofruit is actually eating one fruit at one particular time of your eating. And sometimes you don't have to do a monofruit. Sometimes you could just do a mixed fruit. So I also bought a mixed fruit to show you. And trust me, you see all these fruits that are here? I'm going to eat them today. This is my food for today. So I want to start with apples. So just eating these apples, that's the mono fruit. A mono means one particular kind, right, of fruit. So this is cantaloupe, and this is also a mono fruit. It's just one kind in here. This is not a monofruit. This is a mixture. So this has some cantaloupe in there. It has some watermelons in there. It has some melons in there. What honeydew, is that what you call honeydew? It has some grapes in there. It has some red grape, white grape, strawberry, and I don't think this has pineapple. Oh, it has a couple of things of pineapple. Or yeah, so this is a mixed fruit. And it's fine to eat it. It's just as delicious and nutritious for your body. And the monofruit, the only reason why I do sometimes stress the monofruit, especially a lot of my patients have a lot of illnesses, because the monofruit is easier on your digestion. So that's the only reason why I do recommend it. But you don't have to do that, because today, my dear Renew Health Warriors, I will eat this, I will eat that, and I'll also eat that at different times, time periods a day. And it's going to be satisfying for me. So it shows me that on this journey, I have come a long way, because before I would have bought a cake, right? And eating the cake, I would have gone to the fast food place and bought some food. I would have probably indulged in some African food or some Jamaican food or whatever. But I'm like, you know what? I'm at a point where I'm like, those foods are like cheap foods to me. They're like the indulgence. They're the foods that, if out of the 7 days or the 2 weeks, I can go and get that one day a week, and that's fine. That's cheat day. You understand? Because I don't believe that you can take somebody who has been eating meats their whole lives, who this is what they know, and just stop them abruptly, because they're going to go back. And this is a lifestyle change. You want this to be a permanent change in your life, because with the results that you see, you don't want to go back to what you used to do. So if you do it and it doesn't, let's say you set yourself a goal and you say, okay, I'm going to do fruits 3 days, and then on the 4th day I'm going to eat fruits and vegetables. Because some maybe this evening I'm going to have a big bowl of spinach leaves with some grapes, right? So let's say you tell yourself, okay, I really want to do this, or I've been doing this and I've been seeing the results, right? But I set a goal of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days, I'm going to do fruits and vegetables. And then on the 4th day, I'm going to eat. Let's say you don't meet that goal. Let's say you did it for 1 day or 2 days. And then on the 2nd day, you're like, man, I'm really hungry. I want to eat. It's okay. It is your journey. You are not in competition with anybody. You just eat, and the next day you jump right back on it. It is a gradual change. I don't expect you to do it overnight. It is a gradual change, right? Because change is difficult, but you can do this. I want to bring your mind to something. When we were younger, when we were born, right? Our mothers and fathers had us, right? We did not know anything about fried chicken or mac and cheese, right? Or I'm from Ghana, West Africa. Hey, we love a peanut butter soup. We love the rice balls. We love fufu. We love okra stew, chicken stew, jollof rice. Shito. We like all of those things. If you are a Black American and you like your soul food, if you're Jamaican and you like your Jamaican food, if you're a white American and you like American food, whatever you like, steak with potatoes, whatever it is that you like. You were not born with that. When your mother and father had you, right, you probably were given your mother's breast milk. And if you couldn't tolerate the breast milk, they probably gave you, or your mother couldn't feed you the breast milk, they gave you cow's milk, which is not, they shouldn't have, but they did. That's okay. Okay, we all learn. See, the thing is that we do better when we know better. They didn't know. They knew what they knew is what they gave you. So let's say that we didn't know that. We didn't know all these foods. So that means later on, right, our parents introduced us to these foods, right? So that is a learned behavior. That is not something that you were born with. You learned that. It's just like when you fall in love and that person hurts you. Whether it was a man, you fell in love with a woman, you fell in love with a man, you fell in love with a woman, and you got hurt, right? Or let's say you got married and you were divorced and you were so hurt. What happens? Do you stay there? No, you don't. You move on. We adapt, right? So if you say to yourself, this is so hard for me, but I'm going to give it a chance, right? You adapt to it. You are going to adapt to it. The Bible says in Romans chapter 12, verse 1-2, it says that we should present ourselves as a living sacrifice, right? To the Lord. And then it says that we should not conform to the standards of this world, but be renewed, right? In our minds, and the thinking of how we think, how we do things. If you take a computer and you leave the same old chip in there, it's gonna run the same old way. But if you put a new chip in there, it's gonna what? It's gonna run with a new capacity. It's the same thing with us. It's the learned behaviors, because we are creatures of habit, and change is really hard. But remember that a lot of these behaviors are learned behaviors. And so the same way you acquired a taste for fried chicken, right? And mac and cheese and whatever else that we eat that we love, right? Think about and trust me, those foods are good. And you know why they're good? They are good because of the salt and the seasonings. I want to do a challenge. I want you to do a challenge. Take a piece of chicken and a piece of steak or anything and have no salt on it, have no seasoning on it, and see if it'll taste good to you. It's terrible. I tried. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. So it's terrible. So that means that it is the seasoning, right? And the salt that makes it tasty anyway. But think about a fruit. Who has ever taken a fruit and put salt on it? Or seasoning on it? But because it's nature's food for us, nature's candy for us, you take a fruit, you wash it, and you pop it in your mouth, and guess what? It tastes delicious. An apple by itself tastes delicious. The cantaloupe by itself tastes delicious. The mixed fruits by itself tastes delicious. You do not have to put salt on it. You don't have to put seasoning on it. That tells you that this is our nature's way of eating. But we have switched it around. So I challenge you, even if you say, I can't do this fruit fast, right? Or fruit challenge, take 7 days. Out of the 7 days, give yourself 4 days where you just eat fruits and vegetables, right? And if you were like my patients who couldn't do, and then 3 days, you eat what you want. But I bet you the days when you eat what you want, you're going to feel so bad because the foods that you're eating are so, when you eat what you want, right? The junk food or the other bad food, or I'm not saying bad, because the other foods that are heavy in our body, right? You feel sluggish. You have, acid reflux. You can't sleep well. But when you eat like this, you can sleep well. Your bowel movement, oh my God, bowel movement's excellent. Your GI symptoms starts with, clearing itself. You don't have all these, you don't lay down and have all these heartburns and you have to take medication that counteract that has side effects. It's just you start making changes and renewing your health. That's why this channel is called Renew Health. That's what I call you guys Renew Health Warriors, because it's renewing your health. It is getting healthy internally, right? It's getting healthy internally and renewing yourself internally. It is detoxifying yourself. So if you want to try this, try it, because it's a learned behavior, and learned behaviors you can also learn other behaviors. So if you start doing this becomes a new pattern of learned behavior, and new patterns of learned behavior can over time become a lifestyle habit. Okay, so try that. Now it's like you would not get me to eat the other stuff that I used to eat on a regular basis. So let's take a 7-day period, right? In a 7-day period, most of my foods are going to be this with some green leafy vegetables with grapes or something, but probably once in the blue moon. Then I'll probably have that. And even when I have that, and it's okay when I have it, you know why? Because when I have that, I feel so bad. I tell my sons, oh no, I'm not doing it again, because I feel bad. Because now I've changed my gut microbiome. I've changed, the way my body responds to things. It has become a new pattern of acquired learning. So now it's become a lifestyle, right? Habit. Because I've been doing it for now 6 weeks now. So it's become a lifestyle habit. So, and I'm seeing improvement in myself. I'm seeing improvement in my patients. I'll give you an example of a patient who came to me, and he had blood pressure problems, cholesterol problems, as COPD, and diabetes, and I think a couple of other things. So we started this journey. They did, it was him and his wife. He did 3 days, and then he'll eat on the 4th day. Then he'll do 3 days, then he'll eat on the 4th day. So in the course of a month, he has lost 11.6 pounds, and the woman has lost 14 point something pounds. So I've been following them. So basically his blood pressure went down and he felt dizzy. So I said, stop the blood pressure medications. Check. I told the wife, I said, check the blood pressure. The blood pressure was low. So I said, stop the blood pressure medication. He was on 2 blood pressure medications. So we stopped that. His blood pressure improved. Then the diabetes medications. He was on 3 diabetic medications. When he came to see me, which was somewhere in March, he had a hemoglobin A1C from a previous facility, and the hemoglobin A1C was 8.3. And so when they came to see me after in March, we didn't do another hemoglobin A1C. We actually did in April because they came to see me like last week. And the hemoglobin A1C had gone, with following this for like 4 weeks, had actually gone, because hemoglobin A1C tests your blood sugar, monitors your blood sugar for the past 3 months. So what he did was, the month before he came to see me, he was actually doing 1 meal a day. So he fasted the whole day, which is another thing I'll talk about probably next week, because fasting works even probably better, but not everybody can fast. So that's why I tell you, do the fruit fast, because like water fasting really works. So that's what he did. He did water fasting for the day, and then the evening did 1 meal a day. And he did that for 1 month, and then came to see me, and I switched it around. I put him on the fruit fast, and they're doing that. They've been doing that for 1 month now. I checked his hemoglobin A1C on the visit 2 days ago. His hemoglobin A1C went from 8.3 to 6.2. He's now in the pre-diabetic range. Pre-diabetes is from 5.7 to 6.4. He is 6.2. I promise you, in 3 months, when I check that A1C again, he'll be out of the diabetes or pre-diabetic range. His wife, on the other hand, when we checked her, they checked hers in December, she was at an A1C of 5.9. And when she came and we checked it, she was pre-diabetic. Remember, pre-diabetes is 5.7 to 6.4. So when we checked hers this time, 2 days ago, and she's been following this for a month now, her A1C was 5.2. So she's actually out of the pre-diabetic range. Going back to the man, his blood pressure, he's been off all his blood pressure medications. His blood pressure was 119 over 76 when he came. This is off blood pressure medication. So this thing really works. You see a difference. You see results. So we talk about health. It is not just the weight loss. They've lost weight. I've lost weight. But it's not just that. It is about health. And as you continue this journey, because it's a lifestyle journey, it's not a fad diet. You're not doing it for a month or two and then stop. Do it for the rest of your life. Let this be your main staple, and let the other ones be your cheat days or your caviar days. Another case study. I have another young lady. She's 81 years old. She has so many other medical problems, and they've given me permission to discuss that. Of course, I'm not going to mention their name, but to discuss the cases with you. So she has so many problems. She has asthma. She has morbid obesity. She has hyperthyroidism. She has hypertension. She has peripheral neuropathy. I mean, you name it, she has. Now she has pulmonary hypertension, and she was having a really hard time. And then on top of it, she got, community-acquired pneumonia. And with that, she was on oxygen for 3 months. I couldn't get her off. Her doctors couldn't get her off. So I said, are you going to listen to me and try this fruit challenge? And she said, I will. So she started it. She's been on this fruit challenge for, and then she also swelled up a lot. So she's been on this fruit challenge for 2 weeks. I think Monday started her week number 3. She's also on, I have not taken her off on any medication yet. I didn't. She took herself off. I didn't. But she is, she started off at a weight of 296, and now she's at 269. And the most beautiful part of it is not even the weight. She has been able to be off her oxygen that she could not come off of for over a week. And her saturation every day is between 97 to 99%. I think that brings tears to her eyes every time we talk. She has been able to come off her blood pressure medications. She is off her gabapentin, which is for the peripheral neuropathy. And she is not even taking she told me, I didn't take her off. She told me she's not taking her hyperthyroidism medication, the methimazole. So I'm telling you, and she said, I feel so good. She has a physical therapist that come in 2 days a week. He couldn't believe how well she was walking without the oxygen. And when they finished the exercise, her oxygen level was still 95%. So I'm telling you, this works. And she's 81. So if an 81-year-old woman can do it, right? Why are you going to keep suffering with your pain? Why are you going to sit there and let autoimmune debilitate you? Because autoimmune does not have to debilitate you. If you make the necessary changes and build yourself on fruits and vegetables, right? And it will change your life dramatically. Your pain level, your inflammation level will go down, right? Your kidneys will start filtering. You will start, detoxifying. You will start getting the toxins out of your body, and you will live a quality, well, endowed life. So you don't have to live in pain. People have healed their cancers, right, on going on a raw fruit diet, right? Raw fruit with fruits and vegetables diet for 6 months or greater, and they've healed their cancers. So why can't you do it? Do it, and then go go present to yourself to your doctor. Now, I wouldn't recommend you come off your medication. Let your doctor take care of your medication, but go show yourself to your doctors. When they see your A1C that was 12 now come to 5 or 6, they're going to be so amazed that they're going to ask you, what are you doing? What have you been doing? Now, my couple patients that I was just telling you about his A1C, he said, Doc, I'm actually hungry. I said, okay. So in order for him not to stop this way of eating, right? I said, okay, add some cooked food to it. So the cooked food, I said, go ahead. I said, you don't want to add extra oil or extra saturated fat. So don't do the meats and the proteins and the meat proteins and the dairy and oils. I said, what you need to do is actually add like a baked potato or rice, or cook some beans and season it up with like fresh ginger, garlic, pepper. Just season it up, and then season the beans up, and then eat the beans with the rice, or eat the beans with the potato. It can be white potato, it can be sweet potato, doesn't matter. But I said, even that, you're going to see a difference. Now, raw foods to me has the most efficient energy, right? But cooked foods can also do good. If you can't, because what is it? It's good, better, best. If you can't do the best, then you do the good, right? Or you do the better. So you have choices. So I said, so do that. So in the mornings and afternoons, eat your fruits and vegetables. And then the evenings, have a cooked meal with sweet potato or baked potato. I said, boil it. Don't add any oils to it. And don't add any extra salts and stuff and sugars to it. Just boil it. Eat it with like some vegetables, and eat it with some beans, and you will be fine. So you see, there's a range, right? If you can't do this, you can do this. If you can't do this, you can add this. There's some people who are so sick, I'll tell them, do a fruit fast for a month. I don't tell everybody that. There's some people who are okay, and I say, do a fruit fast for 7 days, and then let's see how we can adjust it. There's some people I'll say, do fasting, do a fruit fast or a fruit diet from 3 days, and then the 4th day eat. Or there's some that I say do it for 2 days and then eat Wednesday and Sunday. So they do Monday, Tuesday, eat Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, do it and eat Sunday. There's some people who are skinny. Now, don't think that everybody who's skinny is healthy, because there's some big people who don't have high blood pressure or diabetes. They're headed there, but they don't have it. And there's some skinny people some skinny patients of mine that I have, or some people that I know who are skinny, but they're suffering from diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol. You understand? So what you do is you look at the person, that individual person. I want to look at you and say, okay, this is what I feel will work for you. Let's try this, right? Because somebody who's skinny, they're probably going to start with just fruits and vegetables, right? They can do it. They can eat a lot of it. But if they tell me I'm hungry and I don't want them to come off this because I know how beneficial it is for their health, I'll be like, okay, so add some rice, add some potatoes, add this, so that they can be able to get full, right? And still be able to stick to a whole food, plant-based, eating most of their fruits and vegetables, their raws during the morning and afternoon. Do you see what I'm saying? And I encourage them, drink lots of water. And then besides water, exercise. Do a simple walk, 30 minutes a day. Or if you have like mild weights, just do some mild, strength training 2 or 3 times a week. And that's it. And that's all and drink lots of water. Make sure you go in the sun, get some sunlight, so you can, get your vitamin D and stuff like that going. So it is so important, guys. Health is in your hands. It's not in your doctor's hands. Right? It's in your hands. Your doctor is just a vehicle to help you navigate it. But ultimately, you can decide if you want your body to get healthy, right? If you want to decrease the pain, if you want to decrease, the risk of all these chronic diseases, or even improve, your numbers with your high blood pressure, your cholesterol, your diabetes, all that is something that can be improved. Your GI symptoms, cancers, all of that is stuff that can be improved. And then you do it and present yourself to your doctor, or tell your doctor, this is what I want to do, and see. Okay? Because I don't think any doctor is going to tell you, when you tell them, I want to increase my fruits and vegetables daily, they'll say no. I think every doctor will be like, yes, go ahead. And then the other set of people that I also want to talk to, if you are somebody who cannot do raw right now because you're so sick, right? Do like a fruit, a smoothie. Blend the fruit. I mean, it just blend it and then drink it throughout the day just to get something in you. And if you can't, do the smoothie because that is too much, then do a juice, right? Do juicing and then drink that until your body heals itself enough, or your gut heals itself enough that you can be able to tolerate eating the whole fruit or even doing a smoothie. Okay, so listen, you got this. You got this. This is week number 4. We're going to continue. This is a lifestyle change. It's not like you're doing it for a short period of time and then you're going to change. And I mean, I'm in this journey with you. I have my own goals. You have your own goals. Let's do it together. If you need to contact me ever, you can always call the clinic at 706-507-9407. 706-507-9407, and it's Renew Health Clinic. Or you can also email me at talkwithdrj@gmail.com. 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 You got this. I just want you to know I love you, but God loves you more. Because if He's able to allow you to see this, then He's trying to minister to your body. Take hold of it. We are spirit, soul, and body. On this channel, we're going to feed our spirit. We're going to feed our soul, get our soul restored, right, by the grace of God, and we're going to take care of the body. Amen. So we got this. The new book is coming out. It hasn't been out yet. I'm still in the process of finishing it up and writing and finishing it up. So it's called Renew Health, Taking Control of Your Temple. When it comes out, I'll let you know. But I love you guys. Today's my birthday, and I'm going to enjoy my mono fruit meals. Okay, this is my meals, and I'm just so grateful that the psychological component of eating, right, was tough initially, but day by day it becomes easier. And guess what? I would have gotten some type of fast food for the breakfast, for lunch, and probably for dinner, or gone home and eat a big, something fatty, right? But today I'm making better choices. So I don't expect you to do it overnight. It's a gradual day. A baby always crawls before they walk, right? So it's just the same with, changing your patterns, developing new patterns and changing learned behavior. You crawl before you walk. Take it one day at a time. And if you fail one day, that's okay. Say to yourself, there's no condemnation. Pick yourself up and do it again. So don't, you got this. And I know you're going to be successful because you want this. So God bless you. I love you, and I know God loves you more. Spirit, soul, and body, Renew Health Warriors. Until I meet with you next Thursday, God bless. Bye-bye.